Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be cooking a beef stew. I just placed the order on Instacart for the rest of the things that I needed for tonight's dinner. Once everything gets here, I'm going to show you what we got and go from there. So this is everything I just got from Aldi. I got some steak seasoning. I think I'm going to do both things of these steaks, so I got 2 of those. I got some mushrooms, and then these potatoes. Now we already have some potatoes, but I'm going to utilize these as well. And then here in a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and prep everything and chop it all up so it can marinate. Okay, so I'm starting off with cutting my onion. It's inevitable for me to make myself cry. So when doing a stew, I like to keep my chunks kind of on the bigger side, because I put them in right after I get everything else in the pot, all the other bigger things, and I don't want them to just dissolve. So kind of keep them kind of big. The most I'm doing, like y'all see me doing, is cutting them in half. Oh, I'm already crying. Oh my god. Ugh. Did a rough chop on the onion. And I'm about to just now put all the chopped vegetables as I cut them in here. So next, I'm about to just pour these freshly rinsed mushrooms in. Yes, I'm doing the whole thing because these will shrink, as we all know.
I didn't know that.
Well, heard it here first, don't I? I'm about to just wash these off. I'm going to probably have to peel these. These weren't the potatoes I was looking that would come, but they came, so I gotta use them. Improvising, I guess. Just washing off all that dirt. And then I'm gonna show y'all how I cut them up, but I wanted red skin potatoes, honestly. But like I said, this is okay. And I don't like how many holes he's got in here. Just gonna peel those off too. Why are you laughing?
They can't help how many holes they got, babe.
They can. That's the crazy part. They can.
They can't help it, man.
They can.
They were born that way and they can't help it.
And they coming off. Okay, so I'm gonna first start off cutting this in half. Then I'm gonna take these. Oh geez. These. And slice them into bite-sized chunks like this. I'm gonna try to get them all this size as well. I'm gonna come right here. And these are all a great size. And I can put them in my bag. Now tell the people what you're doing.
I'm cutting up the steak.
Why are you saying it aggressively?
Because I can.
Why? Has something upset you? Has something upset you?
I'm cutting up the motherfucking steak.
Anthony, if I have to do
I don't care.
I should not have to do extra editing because you don't know how to act.
I said it right the first time, then what you start doing.
Can you tell them how you cut up the steak, please?
In strips. Any more questions, comments, concerns?
Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna add a little bit of this oil. You gotta let me know when to stop. Is that enough?
Stop.
Okay. I added some oil. And then I'm about to just mix that up in there real nice real quick. Just make sure I have all this mixed up in the oil before I add anything else. Add some of this steak seasoning, since I told y'all we're using steak. So add this. I guess I can kind of heavily do this. Think that's enough?
Yeah, that should be enough.
It's never enough.
We're not going to get into that.
Then, let that mix around real good. Lastly, I'm just going to add about 2 tablespoons. Ooh, that already smells good. About 2 tablespoons of flour. And this is for when I sear it right before we cook it. It can have a nice little crust. Maybe 3. Let me do 3. And then just do the same thing. I mix it up real good. I'm just gonna keep this in the fridge until about 30 minutes before we cook it because I don't want to shock the meat. So they can come to room temperature as best as it can. So I'm gonna put both of these in the refrigerator until we're about to cook.
Adding in the steak.
First of all, you're not being boring. You're not about to sit here and talk in an idiotic tone.
Not an idiotic tongue.
You're not an idiotic tone?
Yep.
I think that proves everything I need to know.
You married me, goddammit. So what does that say?
I'm not talking in an idiotic tone.
I said I'm not an idiotic tone.
Exactly that. So my husband went ahead and browned the beef. This part is, I guess, important because it will give the beef a lot more flavor and you'll have that nice little like seared taste and like texture to the meat. So you're not cooking the meat all the way through. You're just getting it until it gets a little brown. And then once that is brown, you'll be able to go ahead and add in the rest of the ingredients. Right there, I was showing y'all the type of broth that I was using, by the way. Okay, so for seasonings, I have garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, and then I also have this complete seasoning. You can season this how you want. They also do have like beef, what is it called? Beef roast seasoning packs that you can buy as well. But I'm just using what we got because that's what I got. Okay, so next steps. He's gonna add in some of this broth and the vegetables. I gotta put those in first. The vegetables. He's gonna go ahead and add in the vegetables. Is this down right?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are all the vegetables we chopped up earlier. We never got a different utensil out. Mix that up.
Nah, I thought I'd just let it be.
You would have. If I didn't say nothing.
Nah.
You would have.
Don't tell me what I would have done and what I wouldn't have done.
You would have. It's probably not gonna all mix together the first time, babe. You probably gonna need some liquid to help it.
Ow.
That didn't even hurt.
Nah, like I was trying to rub your back earlier.
It did hurt. Okay. Next, I'm gonna add the broth. And remember, you're adding this until it hits the top. And add it slow. That's a hot pan. Add in that beef broth. Beef? Not beef. Beef broth? Jeez Louise. Okay, so now I'm about to season everything while it's in here. I'm not gonna add any more salt just yet. I'm gonna wait until it's like cooked for me to know if I need any more salt. But that's garlic powder. Here. Black pepper. Onion powder.
You want complete?
No, not yet. Let me see. Pull a spatula.
You gave it to me.
I don't remember.
Hey! What are you crying for?
And then the gravy mix. So even though this will make its own gravy, I'm gonna put a gravy pack in here because I want to, and who's gonna fight me? Nobody.
I will.
No. Nobody.
Put them up.
Help me. But that's going, the flour that I put on the meat is gonna help it have some gravy, but that's also gonna give it flavor and more gravy. So I like my gravy kind of thick in my stews. So I'm gonna let this go on like low medium for probably like 30 minutes to 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how much time, because this still is a different stove. Like I'm not used to cooking on this stove yet, so I can't tell you the times yet. So I'll keep y'all updated. Yeah.
I'm recording.
Good.
Your ass just came here and bumped me just so you can.
That is not how these things happen.
That's exactly how this happened.
So really we're waiting for the potatoes to fully cook and the meat to fully cook. And this is what the stew is looking like now. Y'all, this smells so freaking good. So good. That's how I know I probably don't need to add any more salt to it. But the hubby just left, so he gonna get us something to drink. So he'll be back here in the next couple of minutes, but smelling good. The color looks amazing. Just everything about it just looks great. It looks great. It looks great. Okay, so I'm about to try this. First of all, the hubby just tried it. He said it tastes good. So that was good. I need to try steak. Okay, I got to try steak next. You cut these bigger than I expected. Oh my god. Mmm. That's tender. That's perfect. Want to try that? It is definitely tough to say that this meal is a 5 out of 5. I'm very excited. I'm about to go eat, y'all. This is about to taste so good. I just gotta film a thumbnail. That's it. Well, took a thumbnail. But besides that, hopefully you enjoyed this recipe video. If you want to see something else for us to cook or have any other ideas of what we can cook, put them down in the comment section down below and let's talk about it and let's discuss.